time. This has been on my to-do list for months, and finally, towards the end of the year, I was like, you know what? It's not happening before Christmas, the holidays, everything. So I decided January is my month. I felt like in our last house, I was pretty good about keeping things orderly, organized. I kind of knew how I was doing things, had my system. Somehow when we moved here, that kind of all went out the window. If you are new here, my name is Steph, and my husband and I moved into this old 1700s farmhouse, but it's huge. With moving to such a bigger house, I need systems, and it has been driving me crazy. Aside just from like looking messy, it feels so cluttered in my head, and I am over it. So I am ready to declutter, organize, and clean our entire house over the next, hopefully, month or two before I get busy with spring planting and stuff like that. So got all these containers from the Dollar Tree or Dollar Store or Dollarama. Something like that. When we were in Canada, I believe the big ones were $4 Canadian, the shorter ones were $3. We already organized a whole drawer, so used 12 of these or 9 so far. Love them so much. They are glass, have the stainless steel lids. I feel like when most people show you their space, it's like, oh, this is so messy, and they have like 2 cups were out of line and 5 crumbs. That is not my case, and I'm quite embarrassed to show this to you, but my goal in going through our whole house is that everything has to have a place. Declutter like crazy. That is what we're doing in the kitchen today. Oh, and I did also find some labels. I do not have a Cricut, but I found these labels on Amazon, and I can link them below. There is a stack of them. I think it was $10 to $15 for the stack. I don't even know how many papers there are, maybe 15. And they have all kinds of different labels on them. I was looking over them a little bit before I bought them, and they seem to cover like basically anything you would have in your cabinet. So I'm excited to use that. I want to label my jars. I've been going back and forth on if I want to make this a series of where I go through the entire house, room by room, like crazy declutter and organize. But welcome to my mess. Let's get started. I promise I'm not holding anything back. Let's take a peek into some of the befores. My spice drawer, I'm actually very happy with. Oh, except I need to even these shelves out. They're not quite even. And this one, I think my little girl found and switched around. I did go through and already do my spices a little while ago. Love it so much. It's so pleasing to the eye to open this. Feels so organized. You can read all the labels. But for the most part, it looks more like this. Pretty sure my mom and sisters and anyone who knows me in real life is embarrassed right now for me. We'll get there. I'm excited. Sometimes you need a really bad before in order to make a really happy after. I thought these bigger containers I would put in these cupboards. All of the shelves are adjustable, so I can either put them up or down. And so I think I'm going to put this one down just a little bit so that these fit in perfectly. I did order some containers from World Market to put my vanilla and some of these oils in. I know they were shipped, but I don't have those here yet, so I'll have to finish that part later. But we'll just empty this out. plate. I was looking for a tray to put all my supplements in, ones that I use every day, because I think I'll have those on the second shelf then, and I want it to be easy to just like pull them down. So I think that's what we're gonna do for the vitamins. And then if I come across a really cute actual tray, like at a thrift store or something, then I can always pop them on there then. These top cabinets are so high up and I have way more cabinet space than I need. So I'm kind of using that as overflow. I have all my extra spices that I refill the containers down there with. So I think I'm also gonna put all these supplements that I'm not using right now up there, because as expensive as supplements are, I feel bad just like throwing them out. So I think that's what we're gonna do. What do you store honey in? This thing always gets so sticky. Bag of Celtic sea salt and I'm not finding a label for it, so I think I'm just gonna on the bottom side of the jar write it with a marker. If it was just like popcorn or something that I knew offhand right away what it was, then I just wouldn't mark it. In fact, I'm kind of debating if I even want to use the tags on the jars that I know what it is really easily, because I love the really just nice sleek look that it has. So I might not even use all the labels, but for this I'm just afraid I'm gonna forget what it actually is. Yeah, should we mark this one? Celtic sea salt. There we go. This is gonna be fun. Instead of all of these little packets of taco seasoning, Abby, we wanna put them all in here. Then you have one jar to deal with instead of all of these little packets scattered everywhere. I imagine most people would put this in a little shaker like I have down in there, but I may as well put it all in one place. Plus we eat a lot of Mexican actually, so I use a ton of taco seasoning. getting rid of just a ton of stuff out of here, just organizing it really helps. But all of these little clear glass bowls, obviously we have enough bowls here just for us. So I'll put these in the top cupboard again. That very top, I just don't need for day-to-day use. It's perfect for things like for parties. For example, this is really nice for a little appetizer soup or that kind of thing. So I think I'll keep them for now because I do have space for them where they're out of the way, and because I do love hosting large groups of people. And then this stuff over here is more specialty, like it's the juicer, my mortar and pestle, and then these little containers I mainly use when I'm doing either food photography or filming, cooking videos, that kind of thing. So I don't really want them to just be mixed in with our daily bowls. And then I have a couple of things back here that I'm getting rid of. I'm trying to clean out like plastic things. It grosses me out to use that kind of thing, especially if you're putting hot food in it. I don't know, it just seems like it would seep like chemicals and stuff like that. And then I have my salad strainer bowl here, but my salad strainer is actually in a different drawer, so I'll put this with that. But this feels a lot more organized than it did before, so I think we'll call it good for this cabinet. I still would like to find some more serving bowls. I know right now it looks like a good amount, but as soon as you're serving multiple dishes to guests or anything, I run out so quickly. But that's something I'm going to keep my eyes open for. But obviously you can stack them nicely, and I kind of have a rule that I only get bowls that are either white or like a neutral color or black, and they have to be like glass or ceramic, no plastic. Oh, I also do wooden. I have a couple wooden trays or bowls or whatever. So anyway, but that's this cupboard. For the next one, there's not too much, but I do need to wipe it out, and it's basically my ice cream maker and then accessories and stuff for my mixer. So what I might do, I've been loving having my mixer on the counter, so I might actually take this out and put some other appliances in here from our other cupboard that needs organization. I feel like that might be a good move for this spot. not quite sure what I want to do with this yet. I like this as far as it's contained, but the kids can easily pick out what they want. But it's also kind of gross because you can touch all the ends of all the utensils, and even though we normally just use it for our family, I don't know. So I guess I'll think that over. Let me know in the comments if you have any good solution to this cutlery dilemma. But I think that's what I'm going to do for right now. I do have a couple of packs here that I'll just put in this little side slot since those aren't open yet, along with all these little boxes. For one of the kids' birthdays, I bought these cute little boxes like this to put, I forget if it was popcorn or chips or what we put in here. But they came in this, like, I don't know, pack of 100 or something like that, and now they're just floating around everywhere. But the kids do still enjoy putting their little snacks in here sometimes, so I will, I think, just put them in a little corner here and call it good for now.
Holy, holy, holy is the Lamb who was and is to come. La, la, la,
Obviously a couple days later now, we're having the people who built our kitchen actually make a couple more dividers to put inside of the drawers to help me with organization, especially in the island. So I do not have those yet, but I hope that you were inspired by today's video, maybe motivated to do a little decluttering yourself. I've absolutely been loving the more organized space and I'm very excited to do this throughout the house. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you have a wonderful week and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, friends.
Golden, golden thing.